Here comes the Queen.
The bell rings, and by the look on her face, I'd say Naomi is ready to roll.
Tag team action in full effect, guys. Here comes the Queen.
Introducing first, from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Back at NXT, Charlotte was part of a group called the Four Horsewomen with Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. Wow, has Charlotte evolved from those times. Corey, many people believe Charlotte may be the best pure athlete the women's division has ever seen.
It's hard to argue that statement. Charlotte Flair has backed up every claim she has made since arriving in WWE.
One day she'll be joining her father in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, Michael, Corey.
What?
It's glow time! I'm surprised you enjoy this much, Saxton, seeing as how you're afraid of the dark.
And their opponents. First, from Orlando, Florida, Naomi.
Glow's like having a nightlight, so it's okay. Naomi's one of the most respected superstars in all of the women's division.
She's a two-time SmackDown Women's Champion and one of the best all-around athletes in the entire WWE Universe.
But she continues to back everything she's done in the past up with substance here in WWE. How can you not bob your head, Corey, when Naomi comes out? How can you not get lost in the moment? Go ahead, Naomi, get it, girl.
Unbiased broadcaster.
The legendary Lita is here.
And her partner from Sanford, North Carolina, Lita.
The four-time WWE Women's Champion is here.
Trained in Mexico after being inspired by the great Rey Mysterio. Started off here in WWE as a valet for S.A. Rios, if you remember that, but has since gone on to become one of the greatest female performers in WWE.
Naomi is in the house.
And given the athleticism of these women, this one promises to be can't miss. Wow, that won't separate your shoulder, that'll divorce it.
Naomi has built up quite a WrestleMania resume over the last few years. In back-to-back WrestleManias, Naomi earned 2 impressive milestones, cementing her place in the WWE record books. You must be winning the first ever SmackDown Women's Championship WrestleMania match in 2017, and then winning the Women's Battle Royal in 2018. Impressive stuff.
Can I clear up the revisionist history you two put forth about Naomi at WrestleMania? Naomi got lucky when she won that six-pack challenge that was unfair to Alexa Bliss. And then the next year, she was outside the ring for half the match.
There's no asterisk at WrestleMania, Corey. Naomi has truly felt the glow at the Showcase of Immortals. Back suplex.
Very nice.
The great thing about our fans is they have the right to cheer or boo for whoever they want, but the amount of hatred I've heard directed at Lita can be downright vulgar. Lita has been in volatile situations where the crowd has resorted to calling her despicable names. The usually focused Lita becomes unhinged and doesn't know how to handle disrespect from the WWE Universe.
Oh, what a snapmare.
Perfectly executed.
You two bringing up what fans have called Lita only reminds me of how Lita doesn't care what some idiots in the crowd have to say about her.
I don't think she deserves that sort of treatment either, Corey, but I have seen it become a distraction for Lita. Maybe that's something her opponent can take advantage of. Oh! Crushing the knee here!
Seems like Lita in some trouble here. But I'd be surprised if she doesn't find a way back in control of this thing.
The good news is that if it gets too out of control, she has her partner she can tag in while she catches her breath in the corner. When you talk about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos brothers, Stevens and Patterson, Stevens and Bockwinkel, the Texas Outlaws, the Briscoes, the Blackjacks, the Andersons, and the list goes on and on. When you're part of a tag team, the two partners have to travel together, train together, eat together, and be completely in sync with one another.
Tag team competition dates back all the way to the early 1900s. Corey, you mentioned some of the classic duos from sports entertainment's incredible history. In today's WWE, the tag team scene has never been more competitive. I don't know who has the edge when it comes to talent, if it's Raw or SmackDown Live. I think it's too close to call, but all the teams truly think and act as one unit.
I agree, Michael. Teams such as the Usos, American Alpha, Anderson and Gallows, The New Day, the Hardy Boys, Cesaro and Sheamus. I could be here all day naming championship caliber teams. And when the tag team scene is that competitive, you don't know which team will be wearing the gold.
Hurricane Rana. Boom!
Charlotte sure dodged that one.
She did indeed.
Charlotte is rolling here.
When you look at this, simply amazing.
It looks like they both did their homework heading into this one.
She is on fire.
We see a high-flying style with many superstars that have trained in Mexico, and Lita's no different. Corey, what would you say is the best way to offset Lita's offense?
It's true, Lita's a heavy risk taker, so you have to make sure she isn't rewarded for the chances she takes. I'd try to play possum and bait her into crucial mistakes.
She's able to turn it on in a flash.
Drop kick hits the mark.
Charlotte's been forced into defense mode here.
Charlotte had no choice.
Picking up on the playing possum strategy Corey touched on, I may agree that Lita's greatest strength can be turned against her. I would say Lita has shown a tendency to crash and burn, Byron.
As you already said, Michael, Lita does carry that lucha libre style of being a daredevil. The best counter I've seen against that style is simple. Just move out of the way.
Yeah, I love the effort here, but she'd better hope she can sustain it.
Everyone must bow to the queen, especially her opponent.
Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment created a double-team finishing maneuver. The spike pile driver from Anderson and Blanchard, the heart attack from the Hart Foundation, the rocker dropper from the Rockers, or the Doomsday device from the Road Warriors. A team needs to have a tag team finisher and be able to execute that finisher on all types of opponents.
Corey, a few moments ago, you mentioned some of the great tag team finishing moves in sports entertainment history.
Becky Lynch.
The Exploder. Now that's how you make a statement.
Becky Lynch. Got the disarmer. Lita in a very precarious position, guys.
But now can Becky Lynch make the most of this?
The Irish lass kicker, telling her opponents how she really feels.
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can win the first fall, that sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up.
The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in a 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a brogue kick rocked Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro and Sheamus wanted to continue their domination of Team Extreme, but the Hardys had other ideas as Matt tied things up at 1 fall apiece after a twist of fate on the Swiss Cyborg. After a swanton bomb by Jeff Hardy, the match broke down, and the third fall was ruled a double countout.
If you're in a one-on-one match with Charlotte Flair, what kind of strategy do you employ to score a win against the Queen?
You know, Charlotte doesn't really have backup like Rick did with the Four Horsemen. In fact, Charlotte's made enemies out of most of her allies.
Naomi just too fast for her.
And going back to Charlotte's allies, the Four Horsewomen may look imposing, but Rick didn't anger Arn and Tully to the extent her NXT group have fought.
Yeah, if you can find an alliance to stand in your corner, there's a chance Charlotte might not have any friends in the back to neutralize her.
Now back to the ring.
In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalya and Carmella. The rivalry between these women got so intense that Naomi was in Flair and Lynch's corner, and Tamina was in Natalya and Carmella's corner.
I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee could bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back together. Natalya's power set the tone for the match and gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's overconfidence let the Irish last kick to turn the tide and get back into the match. And then it was elementary from there for the Irish-born superstar.
Naomi did an excellent job of making sure any quote-unquote committee nonsense cost her girls the match. Once Becky Lynch got Carmella locked in the disarmor, there was nothing for the Staten Island Princess to do but to tap out. And it didn't take long for that to happen.
The first ever Women's Royal Rumble match was historic, but I don't believe it would have been possible without the contributions Lita has made to sports entertainment. The barrier she broke down in her career opened the door for the caliber of talented women in the WWE today.
Oh, breakneck speed, what a hurricanrana.
What should Becky Lynch try to do differently at this stage to stay in this thing?
If she's not careful, she's going to find herself in some serious trouble here.
She's taking on quite a bit of damage here, guys, and if she doesn't find a way to make the tag soon, this one might be over.
Hooked up. Oh, shin breaker. Naomi just too fast for her. Sit-out jawbreaker.
You can pick up your teeth in the third row.
Charlotte with a nice reversal.
Instinct. That's the only thing keeping these teams standing at this point.
Naomi just too fast for her. Wow, what a sequence.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And a whip. With the damage sustained by Naomi, she could be on her way out.
I don't think this is how she envisioned this tag team match going.
His partner must feel absolutely helpless right now. The only thing he can do is stand there and watch his guy get completely decimated.
I don't know how these women are finding it within themselves to power through here. This is amazing.
Uh-oh.
Watch out.
Oh, shoulder first.
I think the ring just shifted. Oh, hanging on for dear life.
Impactful slam.
You can't keep a good woman down, and Lita is an incredibly good woman.
There's a setup. Natural selection. This one's over, guys.
Not a lot of superstars can pull off a move like that.
At the elbow. Oh, my goodness, crushing it. Oh, the reversal by Becky Lynch.
Gonna be agonizing for the arm.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
At the arm. Oh, my goodness, crushing it.
Another great tag team match here tonight. I don't think the tag team scene has ever been hotter here in WWE.
Lita got out of there in time.
She's able to turn it on in a flash.
Becky Lynch just too fast for her.
Amazingly, neither side looking to give in here, guys. I don't think we could have asked for a more exciting match.
And Naomi manages to reverse out of that one.
Naomi wants everyone to know that she's in charge. Oh man, she's rolling now.
Charlotte with a nice reversal.
Don't know if it's going to work, but Becky is playing mind games now.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's been so physical.
Caught.
And here comes Charlotte.
We've seen some great tag team action over the years here in WWE, and I can attest that this is no different.
Naomi just too fast for her.
I really can't believe what's gone down so far. This match has been even more physical than I thought it would be.
Naomi feels awfully good about herself, and the crowd does too.
Drop down, leapfrog.
Guys, this is tag team competition at its absolute best.
Instinct. That's the only thing keeping these teams standing at this point.
And Lita reverses it. You can see the confidence just beam.
She's turning the tables.
Ain't turned yet. Still got some work to do.
All the way up and around the world.
Crucifix head scissor.
Lita.
Oh, plants her.
But is it enough to propel Lita to victory? That'll readjust your spine. One more shot and she's done.
Oh, the reversal by Becky Lynch. I don't think there are two teams I'd rather see square off against each other right now. This is amazing.
We'll see how long she can keep it up.
What are we going to see here?
Neck breaker.
Look out.
Lita in a very precarious position, guys.
The Queen stepping through. Here's the figure four.
Yeah, now she's got a bridge into the figure eight if she can do it. She's going to put this one away. And there it is. Figure eight from the Queen.
That's just Charlotte proving her dominance once again.
What an incredible tag team contest.